Hello, Team Sauti family. How are you? It's our wish and prayer that everything is working well for you. It's our desire that you keep on progressing in life, and everything that pertains to what you do is prosperous. This is 2020, and it's our prayer that 2020 will bring you great and good tidings. Now, thank you so much for being a member into this platform. Thank you for hitting subscribe button. If you have not yet hit that button, kindly go there and hit subscribe so that you'll be the first person to get notifications once new videos are processed and uploaded here. Allow me to introduce my dear wife Osoya to say hi to you.
Hi friends, thank you for keeping it Team Sauti. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking our videos. Thank you for sharing and commenting. God bless you.
Asante, thank you so much. Two videos we produced talking about depression, and it's my wish and prayer that if you have not yet watched those two videos, kindly go there and watch what is depression and things to do with depression. Majorly why we are reflecting to those two videos is because depression comes from a topic that we want to handle today called stress. And so what is stress and how can we manage stress? Friends, stress can be defined as our mental, physical, emotional, or behavioral perceptions that we have towards demands and threats in life. You know, this life gives us many situations, many demands, many threats that we must always face. We cannot do without facing threats and demands on earth. And so because we are exposed into facing them, how we respond to that, it always gives us an opportunity to get stress. So allow me to bring Ross on board to talk to us about flight and fight response to stress.
Thank you. So when you're faced with stress, or when you're faced with demands and threats of life, your body prepares to react towards those life-threatening issues. Mm-hmm. So you can either respond by flight, that is whereby you flee from the situation that is causing you stress, or you could choose to fight the situation, whereby you face it head on. So these are two responses which the body creates, of course depending on the situation. There are situations that will call for fight response, and there are situations that will call for flight response. For example, if you're being stressed by some things that you can do without, of course you can run from that situation. And if you're faced with situations that are really necessary, for example, if you're faced with situations like school fees,
an exam,
you cannot run away from an exam, so you have to face it head on. But if there are other issues, like you want to buy something that you don't have money for, of course you can flee from that.
Definitely. So the next question is, what makes some things stressful? What makes some of the things that we face, some of the demands, some of the threats stressful? One, situations that we have strong attachments to, or the situations that need a lot of strong attention will always invite stress. Like you need to be there, like sickness. It needs your serious attachment into the situation. You have to be there. You have to take care of the situation. That one will invite stress. The other one is life transitions. You are not married. You are married now. You are excited. You are anxious at the same time. You don't know what is right, what is wrong. Such things, transitions of life. You are jobless. Now you have a job. You were hired. Now you are fired. Such things. Then, there are situations that are imminent and we can't avoid. Situations that come out strong, facing you, and you are the only person to handle them. For example, you are a manager in workplace and things are not working and every other worker is looking up to you. It is quite imminent that you are the person to respond to the situation and you don't know how to go about it. You might catch stress. There are other things that we may not mention. There is ambiguity, where you have so many options to pick and you don't know which one to go by. You don't know whether you are making the right decision. There's desirability, where you don't know what is the rightful thing for you to pick. There is controllability of the situation, whereby you don't know whether you are going to pick this or not. You don't know how to control the situation that comes your way. Yeah.
So it is also worth to note that not all stress is bad.
Okay.
We have two types of stress. One is called distress.
Yeah.
The other one is eustress.
Yes.
For distress, this is a continuous experience of feeling overwhelmed, oppressed,
Yeah.
and you have no hope in the situation that you're going through.
Yes.
This is a situation that causes you to feel pinned down. It presents a feeling of hopelessness. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yet it's something that you have to do.
Yes.
For example, I will also give an example of when you have a kid in school and they are sent for school fees.
Yes.
You don't have money. You have found all your friends. You've looked everywhere for money, but you can't find money.
Yes.
So this is a type of a stress that is pinning you down. Stress that is causing you a feeling of hopelessness
And agony.
and agony. Yeah, that is distress. But we also have another type of stress, which is called eustress, which is a positive kind of a stress.
Should we breathe in and out for now?
Yes.
Thank you.
So this is a kind of a stress that instead of harming you, it's actually building you. So this is like when it is a kind of a stress that gives you a challenge. Like, it is beneficial to your body. It brings meaningful opportunities your way. For example, if you're facing an exam and you find yourself stressed about it, of course, many of us are stressed by exams. So you go out of your way to spend the entire night ready for the exam. You feel you are under stress because you're waiting for an exam.
Yes.
But the outcome of this exam is that you're gonna graduate from your college.
After
it
all.
gives a positive, so you have some hope.
Yes.
For example, if you are getting married, you know all the hassle, tussles, up and downs, and all that kind of stress. But at the end of it, you're going to have a husband, you're going to have a wife.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a stress that is not pinning you down, and instead it's giving you a challenge. Instead, it's taking you to a new level. So that kind of stress is a good stress because it makes us better.
Yeah. It's called eustress.
Eustress.
Now, why do we stress out? That's a question that we need to ask ourselves. Now, there are two major reasons why we stress out. One is perception, where we perceive a situation as dangerous, as difficult, as painful as we think. You look at a situation and you feel like, this is so dangerous. It's perception. It's not always as it is. At times, stress builds on us because we don't know the reality and we want to build on the theory part of existence. We're existing in a world where anything can be a stressor, where social media is there. Anybody is posting anything. You know, like you can meet any news on social media. If you're not careful, you might think things are as huge as they are, as difficult as they are, as painful as they are. But the reality is they are not so. Vitu kwa ground ni tofauti. Number two, we don't believe that we have the resources to cope with that situation. At times, we feel like we don't have enough of it. We don't have enough of it. But I am here to assure you, it is there. Don't worry. Take your time.
Yeah.
Go about it procedurally. You will be there.
And that reminds me, it's said that 10% of our lives is what life presents to us. 90% is how we react to those situations.
Come on.
Of course, it is very possible that you find two people faced by the same situations, but their reactions are different. Because one perceives it one way and the other perceives it in a different way. So it's always important not to be that that serious about issues, life is never serious.
It's never that serious. Come on.
So right away we go to ways of
Yeah.
reducing stress, and we have to tell you this.
Yes.
Stress is there.
Definitely.
We cannot sideline the fact that issues will come that will stress you.
Yes.
So how can we reduce this stress? This is the reason why we are not saying ways to avoid stress.
You can't.
Because you can't avoid stress.
It's always there.
It's always there.
Yes.
But we want to look at ways in which we can look at things from a different perspective in a bid to reduce stress.
Yes.
So the first one is find a support system. Find someone to talk to about your experiences. You know, they say that a problem shared is a problem half solved. Probably you may share your situation with someone who is going through another difficult situation than what you're going through.
Yes.
And you find that
yours is just like a walkover.
Yeah, so always find someone to talk to.
Yes.
Don't die with your stress inside. It will surprise you that most of the times when you talk to people, they have solutions to what you're going through. So don't keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Find people to talk to.
Keeping stress to yourself is like taking poison and expecting other people to die. Number 2, change your attitude. They say that attitude, not aptitude, determines your altitude. Where you will go is not determined by your logos, what is in your mind only. It is also determined by how you perceive things. Have a positive attitude over things. I've said that one of the things that causes stress is perception, how we perceive things. And so a neighbor, a cousin, a twin to perception is attitude. Have a positive attitude over things. Say it will work. Say I will pass. Say I will manage. I'll walk through it. Believe in yourself and believe in your resources, and it shall always happen. You shall walk out of it a victorious person.
I feel like saying hallelujah to that.
Better say.
So the next thing is be realistic. We've always talked about being realistic, setting practical goals.
Yes.
So that you don't feel like you've not achieved this thing that you wanted to achieve.
Yes.
Develop realistic goals for yourself and also for others. Because when you expect too much from others and they don't deliver, you are likely to attract stress. So kindly try to be realistic.
Yeah. Plan for what you have, what you don't have, leave alone. They say that live according to your standard
and within your means
to avoid stress. Number 4, get organized and take charge. Getting organized means putting together your resources, planning together and using it to achieve what you don't have. Inviting what you want by what you have, not by perception of what you should have. Simple. That is taking charge and using what you have to get what you don't have. Live within your standard limits so that you can avoid stress.
Another way is take breaks. You know, we always say that life is never that serious.
It's never that serious.
And somebody once said that don't take life too seriously, because at the end of it you will not come out of this life alive. So there's nothing to stress yourself in this world.
Yes.
So take time. Give yourself a me time.
Yes. You know.
Take time alone with yourself. Take time alone to relax and rejuvenate.
Is that what we call Q time?
Yeah, Q time.
Quiet
time.
Because
sometimes even surprise yourself. Take yourself out.
Yes.
And take life. Enjoy this life, because at the end of it all, you will not come out of it alive.
Oops.
Good
one. The other one, take good care of yourself. Sounds too obvious, but wait a minute. How do you eat? Because research says that most of people who are stressed today are stressed because of their body size, body weight. They are stressed because of how they look. They are stressed about, things that you could have taken care of long before they became a stressor into your life. Kindly take care of yourself. Eat well. Have enough sleep. Do things that don't harm you, and walk the way that will always be safe to you, in your body, in your way of thinking, in your environment. Take care of yourself. Don't work like there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow will always be there. Work will always be there. Give yourself good treats.
Another very important thing is learning to say no.
Oh yeah.
And this is one difficult thing that has led most of us to debts that we don't know how to pay.
Yes.
Because your friends are going out and you don't want to look like the odd one.
Yes.
You don't want to be the one who is left out.
Yes.
So you better go to Tala, you better branch,
Yes.
you better take a loan anywhere that there's a loan. You better exhaust all your financial accounts
Yes.
and do this thing that you know quite well
Yes.
that you cannot afford. And so you find leading yourself to financial stress,
Yes.
to stress yourself. So learn to say no.
Yes.
What you cannot afford, let it go.
Yes.
Tomorrow is there, you will afford it. Learn to say no.
Yes. Meaning you should also learn to say yes to the right things.
Yes.
The other one, friends, is getting enough exercise. In your life, in your plan, in your program, in your schedule, have time for exercising. That time that you have for moving out, you can also schedule to be your time with yourself for exercise. Do something. Go for biking. If possible, go out for gym. Lift some weight in the house. Do some press-ups. Do something. Do some aerobics. Do some few gymnastics here and there. Work out yourself. Do something that will be counted in as exercise and help you and help your body and also help your health. So do some exercise and do it enough.
Yeah. So the next one is get a hobby. Do something different, something that you love.
Yes.
It gives you a sense of achievement. It helps you to break from the norm.
Yes.
And to break from stressful events. If you love stitching,
Yes.
take time and do something that you love. If you love swimming, go out there, swim yourself away.
I know you must say anything about swimming because I'm here, and of course, yes, I love swimming.
Swim yourself away.
I will. The other one is slow down. Achapupa, slow down. They say that don't be too humble. You are not that great. It's a joke anyway. But slow down. Don't pressure yourself with things that can always be done tomorrow. What you can do tomorrow, put it as a priority tomorrow, not today. Don't kill yourself with things that can't give you life.
Amen.
Yeah, don't stress yourself like there is no tomorrow, there is no next, there is no any other moment that you can still execute that one thing. So take your time. Relax, boss. Relax. Go slow. No hurry, but don't be too slow to bar others who are behind you. Take your time. Be slow.
Laugh. Use humor. Jichekeshe.
Jibambe.
If you don't have someone to chekesha you, jichekeshe. Hata saa zingine, tickle yourself and laugh, my friend. Yeah, do something fun and something enjoyable. You can watch a comedy,
Yes.
you can watch a funny movie. Do something that will make you laugh. Because scientists say that when you laugh, you release some chemicals and
The happy hormones.
yeah, the happy hormones. You
Yeah.
activate the happy hormones and you keep stress miles away from you.
Yeah. A smile keeps worries a mile away. Then finally, friends, learn to relax. Relaxing sounds something that comes naturally, but I hear I use the word learn. Learn to relax because it's not always as obvious as people might put it, as obvious as people might think. Learning to relax is planning your life, and you know some people relax by doing some yoga. If you can do some yoga, and do it and find rejuvenation in it, do some yoga, do some quiet time. Quiet time is where you just don't want disturbance. You just want to be you with yourself and yourself again. Just seated there, relaxing and thinking to yourself. And when you are thinking, fantasize of good things. Don't think about, things that you have not achieved. Think about the opportunities that are still there for tomorrow and the future that is still brighter than your today. Yeah.
And also, it's good to have deep breaths. It works magic.
Also during exam time, when you are waiting for an exam and you feel like you're not adequately prepared, or you are fugitive, or you are not settled and you feel like, this exam, how will I even face it? During that time, in that exam time, take a deep breath in and you release. It helps you, it opens your lungs, it gives your body enough aeration, and that one takes away any molding stress. Any anxiety that was molding is usually taken away. Usually say that when you are depressed is best. So ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the few. There are so many that we could have given you. That is what we have for you today. Kindly, when you are stressed, try to apply those few ideas that we have shared with you. And it's our wish and prayer that stress will never mount into depression, because above all what we've said, we have a God who listens to you. Take your cares to God. What can worry add into your life? Any parting shot, Ross?
Yes, I'll say this. If you're faced with a situation that is stressing you, ask yourself, 5 years from now, will this thing matter in my life? If the answer is no,
to hell with it.
Relax. Go slow on yourself. It's never that serious.
At all. Thank you so much, friends. God bless you. I leave you with this. Always aspire to acquire the desire that you admire before you expire. And even if your enemies conspire, they will backfire if you have Messiah. Thank you so much, and God bless you.